What's going on, guys? Olympus Gaming back again with another discussion video. As always, these discussion videos are not scripted. It's just me sitting at my desk talking directly to my mic and whoever's listening. So check it out. This morning, I came across an article on CNN that was talking about GameStop finally closing all their doors after employee outcry and also lawmakers stepping in to kind of push that ball forward. So it really made me kind of sit back and think about all the negative press that GameStop has gotten during this whole pandemic and the overall future of that particular company. So I've gone on record before here on my YouTube channel and over at Twitch that I am not a fan of GameStop personally. You know, I love the employees who work there. I know a lot of awesome GameStop employees. I met some of my best friends at GameStop in the past. GameStop employees are, at least from my experience, are fantastic. What I don't like about GameStop, and it's kind of the same thing about Walmart as well, I hate the way they treat their employees. They're underpaid, they're underappreciated, and they're expected to work in the most extreme conditions, as you see here. There is no reason why GameStop had to be open during the pandemic. Now, some may say, okay, well, you know, everybody's working from home. Video games brings people, it can save somebody from going through a mental health trip, or it can keep people entertained so they don't do other things. And I get that whole argument. And also the argument came up that not everybody can purchase games digitally due to internet constraints in certain areas, so on and so forth. But my thing is, we have a worldwide pandemic, and if you're allowing your corporate teams to work from home, if you're allowing your support teams to work from home, the most important people, the people that are going to be in contact with the general public, is going to be your frontline employees. And I think that should have taken the first priority, right? Because if you're working from home or if you're working in a corporate office, for the most part, you're not dealing with the general public. But the people that are on the front lines in these storefronts are the ones who have to deal with the general public. And what is GameStop going to do if somebody gets sick or somebody dies because they was exposed to this virus, because you had to put them in the store, you forced them to put them in the store? And just looking at different YouTube videos and different like news sources, from my understanding, that GameStop didn't even want to provide them with cleaning material, which is a problem in itself. So you're not only are you asking employees to risk their lives while being at the stores during a pandemic, but you're also not using your dollars to make sure they have cleaning material to keep themselves safe, or provide masks, or, you know, do everything like that. And guys, I have not followed the whole GameStop thing that closely. So if anything were to change since I initially, read these articles, please let me know down in the comments. I don't want to sound like I don't know what I'm talking about, but from all the information that I gathered, that is pretty much what I got from it. And it's definitely a shame. In any company, one thing about this pandemic, right? One thing about this pandemic is that it is exposing the terrible leadership that we have in a lot of these companies. On my channel, we talk about gaming, so I'm just gonna stick to GameStop. I'm just gonna stick to GameStop. I'm not gonna talk about any other company outside of that. But it is exposing the terrible leadership. And I was gonna say Best Buy. No, GameStop has always had questionable leadership. I really think the CEOs and the board of directors, or who's ever calling the shots at GameStop, really do not understand how to run the company successfully. Now, I know that they recently hired Reggie Fils-Aimé, formerly of Nintendo of America, somebody who I have the utmost respect for. Reggie is somebody who is extremely charismatic. I love how he explains things. He's very business focused. He's all about pushing the experience for customers. So maybe that is a sign of a turnaround for GameStop. But honestly, I think GameStop's writing is on the wall. With digital distribution becoming more and more prevalent in the gaming space, the need for physical media is not gonna, it's still gonna be there. You're always gonna have those people who are always gonna enjoy having physical copies of games. But for the most part, during this whole pandemic, I pretty much have saw or witnessed the benefit of going all digital. I don't have to leave my house. I don't have to switch discs. So it's, digital is becoming more and more appealing. And especially when you have talks of developers releasing games earlier on digital versus physically. So that's giving more people an incentive to go digital versus going physical. Also EB Games, which from my understanding is either a subsidiary or GameStop or some affiliation with GameStop over in Canada. when I saw that video of that Animal Crossing line for Animal Crossing New Horizons, you know, it just baffled me, because this was at the height of all the social distancing talk and all that. And you have people standing outside of a line. Most of them didn't have masks on, standing outside of a line waiting for a physical copy of a game. And and that just mind boggles me, you know. So yes, we can blame GameStop, EB Games for being open around this time, but we also have to take a look at the consumer as well. You know, the fact that employee outcry was so big that to close, that just shows that we have the power to make a change if we really wanted to. Let's imagine if they did that opening and nobody showed up. What message does that send to EB Games / GameStop? But if we do an opening during the middle of a pandemic and people are outside the line, how corporate is going to see that is, oh, there's demand for this, let's stay open. Let's put our employees at risk, let's stay open. So one thing I absolutely hate is when companies put profit over people. That is one thing. If you want to lose my business, put profit over people. Put your people first, profit will follow. GameStop. It was nice knowing you, but I think after the smoke clears from this, I don't foresee GameStop being open much longer after this. So hopefully anybody in the world of business that are looking to kind of take that spot, they learn from GameStop's mistakes. Put your people first. Profit is one thing, but being a decent human being is something else. I'm going to get off this soapbox. I'm going to stop ranting. I want, as always, with these discussion videos, I highly encourage you guys to interact with me down in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think. Do you still like GameStop? What are your thoughts on this whole GameStop debacle? All that fun stuff. Drop it in the comments down below, and I will see you guys next time on my next video. Peace.